We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Bumblebee, Stinger 2.0, salute. See, I remember when you burnt up that chicken on the grill, laughing out loud. We're gonna wait a few minutes, let some family come on up in here. We're gonna wait a few minutes, let some family come in before we start this commentary, family. Hit the like button if you're just coming in. What's up, Ron? Peace and love. Thanks for being here, Ron. Peace and love. Peace and love. We're going to start the show in a few minutes, family. What's up, Ron? It's all good, man. Peace and love. Peace and love. I will be dropping the link in a few minutes.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
right, family, let's go and get into it. Family, let's go and get into it. Let's go and get into it. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained is the topic of discussion this evening. First off, let me go ahead and plug in my merch real quick, man. Make sure y'all get y'all some It's a Kerfuffle merch. This is a beautiful It's a Kerfuffle shirt I got. I want to thank everybody who already bought merch. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We got the hats, coffee mugs, shirts, whatever you need. Y'all check out my merch. Let me go ahead and drop the link real quick if you want to get some Mr. Kerfuffle merch. Let me go ahead and drop the link real quick. All right, I want to thank everybody watching, man. Everybody hit that like button. Thank you so much, family. All right, here you go. All right, and of course, y'all want to support us, man. You can always show us some love on Cash App. I'll go ahead and drop the Cash App. All right, and make sure y'all subscribe to my new channel, DBZ Nation. Make sure you subscribe to my new channel, DBZ Nation. Let me go ahead and drop that link too. If y'all want to subscribe to my new channel, DBZ Nation. All right. Let me give a salute. Let me highlight everybody who's here in the place right now. Bumblebee Stinger 2.0. See, I remember when you burnt up that chicken on the grill, laughing out loud. And then we got Ron in the house. Ron in the house. What's up, CE? What's going on, Ron? Peace and blessings, man. I'm glad that you're here. I'm gonna drop the link in a few minutes, man. Anybody want to come up, man? You know what I'm saying, and chime in on this kerfuffle. I know y'all see the title. I was unfairly attacked on Brianna Simone's channel today, and I want to rebuke the devil. Okay, I want to rebuke the devil first and foremost. Now, let me explain what happened. Okay, let me explain what happened. For so y'all can be up to date what happened. Now, Brianna was live. This is probably like the end of the live stream. I hit the link. Hold on, let me go ahead and drop the link real quick, man. Invite guests. Copy. All right, let me see. Let me go ahead and just drop this link, man. If anybody want to come up. All right, paste. All right, just had to go ahead and drop the link real quick for anybody that want to come up in the live stream. Okay. All right. So, I clicked the link for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? I was just being positive, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about it, family. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? So I came up there. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sending you positive energy, man. I like what you're doing. I want you to stay motivated, stay, stay dropping content because, you know what I'm saying, we like what you're doing. And as far as the beef sector goes, folks in the beef sector, there's only a few people in the beef sector that I really like, that I really can listen to. Brianna's one of those people. Ness, Brother Lemon, what's the other? Charlie Senden. You know what I'm saying? There's one or two other little people that I like in the beef sector. So I go up, I hit the panel, and I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, just trying to share some positive energy and share an uplifting message. Okay. And then a brother hits the link and comes up there and talking about how my hat look, what kind of sunglasses I got on, just being very disrespectful for no reason, because I did nothing to the brother. But he decided to hit the link, man, and tell me how he feels, whatever the case may be. Now, I was trying to have a conversation with the folks on the panel about our community and the state of our community in 2025. And like I was saying, our community family has a lot of bad kerfuffles, but there's some good things going on in our community. Like I was saying, Black America is a $3 trillion people. We buy more goods. We participate in the economy at the tune of trillions of dollars. And I was asking the question, why is it that our community as a whole really don't have anyone, really, building any institutions, as far as schools go. Now there are some schools out there, man, that are doing some good work. Grocery stores, clothing, merch. I mean, whatever the case may be, and our community, our dollar doesn't circulate in our community like it does other communities. As far as the Asian community go, our people spend a lot of money with the Asian community, especially our women. Spend a lot of money with the Asian community. The Hispanic community, I mean, hey, I went today and got me some tacos from the SA place. So, as a whole, we spend a lot of money in other communities, which has made these communities rich and which has made a lot of people millionaires. And I was simply asking the question, why we don't have any institutions, why we don't have any law change grocery stores, why we don't have any, clothing companies. Like, hey man, I got It's a Kerfuffle merch, which is something that I started. Much love to YM, but trying to do something independent. Much love to also to brother D Darrell, the Godfather, who bought a whole lot of merch. Thank you, and Vinci and everybody, man, who've been supporting the It's a Kerfuffle merch. I appreciate it. But for that, I was vilified and I was attacked unwarrantedly, And so, it's interesting, family, because when in 2025, I mean, let's put the election to side. I think we all done got over, the election, who, Trump won the election. A lot of folks voted for Kamala Harris. A lot of people voted for Trump, but that's behind us now. We got the president that we got, and we got to move on with life. Okay. But when you think of just all the different brands, I mean, let's think about going to Walmart today. I mean, some of y'all went to Walmart today. Some of y'all went to Walmart yesterday. And whatever you buy, you ever notice how everything you buy is made in China? Everything that you buy is made in China. You hardly see anything that's made in America. Sometimes you see made in Japan, made in Korea, made in Indonesia. But you don't really see nothing made in America. Now, a lot of people will tell you, well, CE, goods are cheaper in China. Things are, you can get stuff a lot cheaper in China, which is true. But to the detriment of our own communities and to the detriment of the American people as a whole. And honestly, I wish it was a situation. I wish that there were people in power in our government, our senators, our congressmen, that would say, something, we're no longer gonna buy goods from China, which I know is a tall order because things are so cheap. But we're no longer gonna buy goods in China. We are gonna make goods here in America and circulate that money right here in the States, which we need. And we have the talent, we have the know-how. We have the people in positions of government and in power who could implement these changes right now. But will it ever be done is the question. Because I went to I think it was Target the other day. I went to Target the other day and I was just looking for some little stuff, whatever. And and Walmart, but mostly Target. And I was looking for anything that was made in America. I went on different aisles. I went throughout the whole store. I went on 13, 14 different aisles searching for something that said made in America. And when I tell you, family, the whole hour that I was inside the store, I saw not one product, not one item that said it was made in America. And we got to ask ourselves the question, why? How can you go to a Target or to a Walmart that got hundreds and thousands of locations, and when you go inside that store to spend your dollar, you can't find one item that was made in America? It makes no sense to me. Now, we got some people watching. I want to put, y'all can put this in a Nothing But the Truth chat room. When you went to the store lately, have you saw anything that was made in America? I would love for y'all to put it in Nothing But the Truth chat room. I appreciate those 3 people. Just hit the like button. Thank you so much. But you got to ask yourself the question, how did America get to where we at today? How did we get to a point in our society where none of our goods are made in America? Now, we have corporations like Amazon. We have corporations like Apple. We have corporations who make billions and billions of dollars a year from the American people, but hardly nothing is made in America. Back in the day, our government signed a bill called NAFTA, which gave American people the shafter. And when NAFTA was signed into order, a big part of that bill was it outsourced a lot of American ingenuity. It outsourced a lot of American labor. And so folks that was making stuff in America, it was shipped off to Canada, shipped off to Mexico, shipped off to China, Africa, everywhere else. And that's why when you go to the store, you can't find nothing that says made in America. Now, to be honest with y'all, I say support businesses here in America, whether they're whatever. I don't care what it, if it's a business that's rooted in America and it makes American products. I say spend your dollar with the products that are made in America. But that's so hard to do. And I want to know if I'm the only person that feels that way. When you go on the when you go on the shopping networks, for some folks, y'all buy stuff online, y'all buy stuff off the TV. A lot of that merchandise is made in China. China owns, listen to this real quick, family. China owns and produces 90% of all the raw minerals that we use here in America. Let me say that one more time. China processes and has 90% of all the raw minerals that we use here in America. I'm talking about your nickel, your copper, your aluminum, your steel. silver. You know, we use a lot of minerals for our cell phones, our iPhones, our computers, our smart televisions, our PlayStations. A lot of that material comes from China. And you got to ask yourself, how did it get that way? Now, I seen a very interesting video today, which was a real big kerfuffle. I was watching the news and I was watching President Trump talking with President Zelensky from Ukraine. And I have never seen a fireworks show like I seen today. President Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine got into a huge fight and kerfuffle in front of millions of people. And he was saying how Ukraine is ungrateful for what the American people have done for them. All the money that we sent them. And the reason I'm bringing it up is this. America subsidized so many countries. We subsidize Korea. We subsidize countries in Africa, Canada, Mexico, Iceland, Europe. And we spending money to the tunes of billions of dollars. And you ask yourself, what does the American people have to show? For all the money that we done spent around the world, the American people health is in a terrible condition. Our children are the most uneducated group of children in the world. We have children 15, 16 years old that can't even read on a third grade level. And you got to ask yourself, family, how did we get here? What happened that we dropped the ball so much? So let me get back to my own community. Now, when you rolling through the hood in America, I don't care if you're in Texas, California, North Dakota, Michigan, New York, Florida, Tennessee, Virginia, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Las Vegas. I don't care where you go in America. It's two things that you're going to notice no matter where you go. Ain't nothing made in America. Our children are failing at school. Our children barely can read, barely know mathematics. Meanwhile, the children I'm just going to use China as an example as far as education goes. I want y'all to, when y'all through watching this live stream, I want y'all to go on YouTube, go to Google, whatever apparatus you got, and Google China's children's education. These kids are 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, and they training them in robotics, training them in mathematics. These kids in China are 5 and 6 years old. They can read at a college level. And y'all know I'm not lying. Hit the like button if I'm telling the truthers. Just like my gold toothers I used to have. When you go and you look at the architecture, the infrastructure in China versus America, our roads are tore up. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I live in Houston, Texas. There are potholes everywhere. Almost like a landmine of potholes. And you finding your tires all in the kerfuffle, all kinds of stuff. But our infrastructure is tearing apart. Meanwhile, when you look at countries like Dubai, in China, in certain places in Europe, even certain places in Canada. The infrastructure is beautiful. The roads are paved. There's no potholes. Their people got free medical, dental. America is the richest country in the world, but yet we don't provide universal health care for Americans. Tell me why, family. America is one of the richest countries on the planet, but we don't produce nothing. Black Wolf 4112, CE ain't no dang kids that are 5 years old reading at a college level. Come on, bro, be logical. Well, I dropped the link, Black Wolf. If you want to come up here, man, and tell me, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more about that, you can. Ray Triggs, what's up, man? We got Ray Triggs in the house, man. Peace and PCE in the chat. Show you right, brother Ray Triggs. But Black Wolf, you welcome to hit the link. But let me read what Black Wolf 4112 just put in a Nothing But the Truth chat room. Salute to you, Ray Triggs. He says, CE ain't no dang kids that are 5 years old reading at the college level. Now, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. All you got to do, okay, now, right when TikTok, this was probably a few months ago before Trump came in, y'all know there was a TikTok ban. TikTok was banned for like a couple of days, whatever. But there was an app called, I think it was called Red. Hold on, let me see. What's that? What's that app called real quick? Let me see something real quick. Chinese app, Red. Okay, Red Note. That's the name of the app. The app is called Red Note. And if you don't believe me, what I'm saying, Black Wolf 4112, go to that app, Red Note, and look at how the Chinese people are living and look at the education system. When I tell you these kids were 5 and 6 years old reading at a very high level versus the American children. Let's be honest, because you know why it is, family? Most American households got a freezer and a pantry full of junk food. The kids got all the latest toys, all the latest iPhones, all the latest games. But most households in America don't even have a bookshelf. There are no books. And some of y'all watching this video right now know I'm telling the truth, because you got kids at home right now and you don't have an Encyclopedia Britannica. You don't have a dictionary. You don't have a thesaurus. You don't have any kind of books in your home. But yeah, you got the latest iPhone. You got the latest television set. You got the brand new Jordans on your feet. Now, if I'm telling the truth, man, somebody hit that like button, man. Let me read this real quick what Black Wolf just put. Black Wolf 4112 say, oh, no, I ain't to get into if 5-year-olds are reading at a college level. I just pulled up to see if you had an actual topic going. What up, Triggs? And then you say, I'm not saying Chinese kids education isn't better than ours, but 5 years old at college level. No. Okay, well, maybe I'm being a little overzealous saying college level, but the point that I'm making is this: the Chinese children education and what they learning versus what the American children are being taught is on two different scales. You gotta agree with that, Black Wolf 4112. You got to admit, Black Wolf 12, that the American children, white, black, Hispanic, our children have failed far behind in education. And when you ask some of these children in high school who going to college, what you gonna major in? Some of the females will say they're going to major in economics. They're going to major in media. Some of the men will say they're going to major in some of them, some of them want to be football players, basketball players, whatever. But when you look at these, I'm just using the Chinese as one demographic. The same thing is going on in India. The same thing is going on in parts of Europe. The same thing is going on in Africa. The same thing is going on in Australia. The American children have failed far behind. And when you're looking for a person to blame, all we can blame is ourselves. Because one thing about the American people, we too concerned with reality shows. We too concerned with keeping up with the Kardashians. What Kim Kardashian did, what Khloe did, what Kylie did, what Kendall did. We too wrapped up in Housewives of Atlanta. What the Housewives of Atlanta doing the last 9-10 years? What the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills doing? And I can go on and on. But y'all get where I'm going with this. Now, let me give you the solution, family. Because, see, I'm not one of them kind of people that like to get online and just complain and complain, but don't have no solutions. Now, let me tell you my solution, family, what I think that we should do. And if I was president of the United States, President Trump, if you hear this message, I want to say this to you, because I hope the president is successful in what he got going on. Whether you support him or not, I want to see the country do good. But ask yourself the question, y'all. If President Trump signed an executive order tomorrow, if he signed an executive order tomorrow and he said that we are no longer going to buy goods from China, even though the American people will feel the pinch of that, but that would ricochet into the whole country and force the country to make its own products. Because we have the ingenuity, we have the know-how, we have the intelligence to do it. Number two, I will make it mandatory as president of the United States. I will make it mandatory that every child under the age of 15 years old, every child has to read at least one book a week from front to back. Front to back. And number three, the most important thing, I will make it mandatory that we provide universal health care to all Americans, regardless of class, regardless of race. Because providing universal health care will put millions and millions of Americans in a position to win. And it's a sad situation because it's a lot of the American people going to debt when they get sick. A lot of Americans have to find money to go to the doctor. A lot of our elderly is having problems right now with the economy because the medicines are so high. I mean, hey, look at the price of eggs right now, family. Look at the price of eggs right now, family. In 2025, I went to the store the other day to get a dozen eggs. Family, a dozen eggs is $6, $7. And I ain't talking about the brown organic eggs. You tell me, look, 2 years ago, family, you can go inside the grocery store and get a dozen eggs for $1.50. Maybe $2 if you really looking for some real organic type eggs. But now eggs are almost $5, $6. How did it get that way? And it's crazy right now, family. You know, And I want the American people to win. I want to see the American people restored to its greatness. You want to talk to me about making America great again? This how you do it. Don't give me no word salad from no politician selling you false hopes and dreams. The only way America is going to become great again is if America start making American products right here in America. That's how you make America great again. We don't need no word salads. We don't need no pretendians. We don't need no people talking about we need to boycott this just because they decided to the take away diversity, equity, and inclusion. And let's talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion right now, because we got a whole lot of black folks who are in a rage because diversity, equity, and inclusion was took away. Now, understand something, that we never benefited from DEI, regardless. Now, you got people in the LGBT community, mostly white women, honestly, benefited more from DEI than black people. So, to be honest with y'all, look at Black America for 1 second. Look at Black America in the 60s before Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Back in those days, back in the days of segregation, before the Jim Crow laws were obliterated, Black people spent all their money in their own community. We had our own restaurants, our own grocery stores, our own cleaners, tailors, hotels. Now look at Black America 50 years after Martin Luther King got the bill signed in, giving us so-called rights. What do we have? Honestly, we don't own nothing. We don't have any institutions besides a few historically black colleges that we can show, but we don't have no institute. We don't have no malls, no hospitals, nothing at all. No hotels. We all going to the Ritz. We going to the Hilton. But America in 2025 can change course. But we have to understand that the power is not in our politicians. The power is not in the pastor this Sunday at church. The power is in the hand of the American people, the everyday working man that work 9 to 5. And then you say to yourself, family, we have to have dramatic change in our communities. We have to have dramatic change in America if we are to pass on some type of legacy to our children. Because right now, in the current condition of our country and the trajectory that is going in, if we don't change course very soon, a whole generation of kids are going to be misled. You tell me why we got children graduating, going to college, and they got $100,000 of college debt, $50,000 of college debt. When you go and look at the price of going to college back in the 30s, back in the 40s, man, you can go to college and get a master's degree for about $400, $500 back in the 30s and the 40s. Some people want to be lawyers. Some people want to be doctors. You got to almost be rich or come from a wealthy family to afford to go to college to be a doctor, to be a lawyer. to be any of those trades that pay high dividends. And now we got people crying about immigration. Let me talk about immigration for just 1 minute, family. And excuse me if I'm being disrespectful. I apologize, but I'm passionate and I'm only going to tell the truth. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Immigration as a whole, Donald Trump, President Trump, a few days ago, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but he came out with this, they have the green card. They got this thing called the gold card. And he's charging $5 million to anybody who want to get this gold card and come to America. I guess they're trying to attract the wealthy people because, those people crossing the border down there in Mexico cannot afford a $5 million gold card. But immigration has got to a point to where most of the immigrants who have came into America in the last 2 to 3, 4 years, they're not contributing anything relevant to our country, but getting on food stamps, getting on Medicaid, taking up all the services. We ain't got it. So we got a lot of people crying about immigration. Because people being sent back to Venezuela, they're being sent back to Colombia, they're being sent back to Mexico, Haiti, wherever you're from, we're sending them back because we ain't got the money. We don't even have money for our own children. Now, don't get me wrong. The immigrants have contributed a lot to America. They have. And I think America should keep those immigrants who are paying taxes. America should keep the immigrants who are building up America and doing good things in the community. But then we got the bad side of immigration. We got those who come to our country and take advantage of the American people. They come and take advantage of the system. And instead of some of these immigrants contributing to America, they have become leeches on the system to drain, to suck America dry, whether it's food stamps, whether it's Medicaid, or whether it's other programs that they offer. The free ride is over. The free ride is over, and America has to look to its own. Our family, we're going to look back 50 years from now and everything going to be gone. Trump can't do it by itself in 4 years because the degradation is implemented. The hands of greed has so much sucked the American people dry to where there's nothing left. And you got a lot of people say, you know something, I don't like Trump. I wish Kamala would have won. And hey, that may be fine and dandy, but Trump is the president that we have now. And I want to see him successful, not because I'm a Republican, not because I'm a Democrat, but because the future of our children are on the line. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Family, I've been on this earth for almost 41 years. My birthday coming up in June. You know your brother's a Gemini. My birthday is coming up this June 13th, and I'm going to be 41 years old. I done seen a lot of presidents come and go. I done seen a lot of congressmen come and go. I done seen a lot of senators come and go. And one thing I can tell you, family, the politicians are not the ones that's going to save this country. It's the everyday American men and women that's going to save America. Trump going to be gone in about 3 years. Then what y'all gonna say when he gone? You have another politician to blame, whether it's a Democrat or Republican. The American ingenuity has always been the savior and the backbone of our society. Put away your racism. Put away who's black. Put away who's white. Put away who's Hispanic, who's Asian. Put away who's your religion, who's Muslim, who's Christian, who's Hindu, who's Buddhist. Put all that away, because that does nothing but divide, but cause division. And let's all unite under one banner that we are the American people, and we want to see the American people restored to our rightful place on a totem pole of society. But right now, family, the American society is in a bad condition. When you go on Instagram right now, and it's sad to say, black women, white women, all women. But when you go to Instagram right now, you trying to find a cooking recipe. You trying to find a video, how to fix your car. You know what you see on Instagram? Video for video, all the women are half naked, twerking. And family, y'all know I'm telling the truth. If I'm telling the truth, somebody put an amen in none but the truth chat room. But when you go to Instagram, you see all the ladies half naked. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing positive. You see a whole lot of capping. We got men showing their new Ferraris, their new Bentleys. You got people showing they vacations. But look at how our society has denigrated in the last few years. When you go to Twitter, Nas known X, shout out to Nas called X, shout out to Elon Musk. But family, you can't go on X, you can't go on Twitter with your children because it's mostly adult content. How did we get here, family? How did we get here, family? You know, family, there's a story in the Bible. I think it's the book of Job. I'm just going to paraphrase real quick. One day, Satan was walking through heaven with the angels of God. And God said to Satan, "Which cometh thou, Lucifer?" And Satan said to God, "I come from the earth, walking up and down, through and fro, seeking whom I may devour." And God said, "Have you considered my servant Job? For there are no men like him in the land, who is upright and righteous and fears the Lord." Listen to the words of Lucifer, what he said to God. He said, "Is it because of that protective hedge you have around Job that he has not cursed you? But remove that hedge, and he will curse you to your face." You know, there's another story in the Bible when before they crucified Jesus, they brought him before the Roman governor Papias. And the people in the crowd accused Jesus of being a false god and blasphemy. Papias, the Roman governor, said, "I find no fault in Jesus." So what he did was he brought out an arch criminal, a wicked, malicious man called Barabbas. And he stood Barabbas right next to Jesus, and he asked the crowd, he said, "I'm going to release one of these men. On the left, we got Jesus. On the right, we got Barabbas." The crowd started to scream and said, "Barabbas, release Barabbas." Papias, being perturbed, he didn't want to go against the wrath of the mob, of the crowd. So they brought out some water and he put his hands in the water and he washed his hands and he said, this man's blood, Jesus, is not on my hands. Family, for us who have children, for us who love America, for us who love our families, for us who believe in righteousness, I have a request from y'all, from my intelligent folks who watch this channel in the None But the Truth chat room. Family, when you go out tomorrow, when you go out tonight and you go purchase goods, whether it's jewelry, whether it's a TV, whether it's shoes, I don't care, whatever. Try to find some products that are made in America and support those products. And you can start off by getting you some It's the Kerfuffle merch. It's the Kerfuffle merch, which is my product. It's the Kerfuffle. Get you a shirt today. I left a link. I left a link in the None But the Truth chat room, family. And support the real, because there's only a few of us left. So that being said, family, y'all have a blessed day. I love all y'all. Thank for everybody who's been subbing and subscribing. And I'll see y'all again on another video. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Peace.